friends and families, Jenny here, and this morning it was really fun to brainstorm together what type of animal each one of us would want to be if we were a class of animals. So I thought we would continue our creative thinking and explore this interesting book called If by Sarah Perry. And I found this book at a gift shop at the Getty Museum, which is up in LA. We start off with some ants on the page. We see that word if, ... So this is going to be an imagination book, and we're going to have to pretend what it might be like if these things were real. If cats could fly. Wow. Have you ever thought of a cat with wings? If mice were hair. Look at that. Woo! I wouldn't want those little mice tickling my head. Would you? If worms had wheels. So instead of wriggling around, these worms would be rolling around. Look at that. If frogs ate rainbows. You see that part of the frog's throat that inflates and deflates as it's breathing and making bubbles? Look at that frog ribbiting a rainbow. That would be neat to see. If dogs were mountains. At first it might just look like some hills to you and some water in the middle. But when you look closely, we can see dogs' noses and eyes, paw and ear. Wow. If zebras had stars and stripes. Zebras are so interesting to look at with their black and white striped pattern. Imagine if they had stars in there too. If music could be held. So we can hear music with our ears. We can watch people playing music. We can feel the way music makes our bodies want to move. But what does music look like? What would it look like if it was in your hands? If ugly were beautiful. We would have beauty pageants where an animal like this warthog would be considered the princess. Ooh, this one's so creepy. If toes were teeth. What? Look at those toes in her mouth. That is so weird. We need our teeth where they are, and we need our toes right where they are. But it's funny to imagine if different parts of our body were in different places. If caterpillars were toothpaste. Ooh, someone's squeezing this toothpaste tube and out comes a caterpillar to help you brush your teeth. Would you brush your teeth with the caterpillar? I don't think I would. If whales lived in outer space? What if when we saw images of space, we saw huge sea animals swimming and floating around the planets? That's an interesting thought. If leaves were fish. So this is an image that we saw some of on the cover. But wow, what would a tree look like with moving fish as leaves? Why do you think fish would not be able to live on a tree branch? Did you spot the butterfly too? Yeah, there it is. If clouds were spirits. So we can look closely at the clouds and see different animals, a face. Pretty cool. Sometimes we do see shapes in the clouds, don't we? If butterflies were clothes. So it looks like she is wearing a jacket of butterflies. What might that feel like on your skin? Maybe tickly and soft? If lightning made rhinos. Wow, what if every time we had a lightning bolt flash in the sky, a rhino appeared? We'd have a lot of rhinos during our stormy seasons. If ants could count. So all of these little ants have come together, and does anyone recognize what number this is? Kind of has a snowman shape. That's our number 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ants may not be able to count, but we can. If the moon were square. And here we're seeing the moon as a cube. Most of the time, our moon looks like a sphere or a crescent. It has that rounded 3-dimensional shape. But this one here is a cube made of squares. If kids had tails. There he has a little tail coming right out of his tailbone, just like the elephant does. We talked about tails yesterday. If spiders could read braille. So braille are these little bumps here on the paper so that people who cannot see and are blind can use their fingers to read. So we're imagining if spiders could read a book like this using their 8 legs. If hummingbirds told secrets. We might see a hummingbird hovering over a flower and taking a sip with its wings going quickly. But what if it hovered by your ear and told you secrets? What do you think a hummingbird might tell you? If this is the end, then dream up some more. So now it's time to get creative and silly and imagine different ways that the world might work and how that would be if, say, we had shark teeth in our mouths. There's those ants again. The end. I hope you enjoyed this creative and imaginative story, even the parts that made you say, ew, gross. So get creative, friends. Use your imagination and see what you can come up with. Happy reading and happy imagining, friends. Bye.